What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and if you don't mind hitting that like button, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, Glock 26 Gen 5 MOS from the factory, and the one thing I've done to this is add the Glock performance trigger. Now, everyone always says Glock has a terrible trigger, but to be honest, this new trigger that is going to be considered OEM from Glock is the best $100 you can spend on the Glock. Now, I know a lot of people like to make their stuff look nice or do other things with it. Honestly, adding this trigger is a reliable way to keep your firearm up to date and competing with companies like SIG or even firearms like the Shield Plus and so on. Even the Taurus GX4 has a pretty decent trigger on it. Glock has sort of fallen behind in the category when it comes to their triggers. A lot of people say they're spongy, they're longer, and so on. I don't mind them, but to be honest, guys, after putting this in the Glock 26 Gen 5, it has completely changed my mind. I think Glock is going to be definitely competing with all these other companies. Now, let's just hope and pray that they start selling all their Gen 5s with this trigger, because that would be huge. Now, what someone informed me of is the law enforcement edition is a little heavier. They have to have it over 4 pounds or something like that, 4.1 pounds. This, though, ends up being around 3.6 pounds. But it doesn't feel like a light 3.6. It feels like a little heavier, a little more easy to control if you're under a situation where you have adrenaline or stress or so on. It's not going to be that easy to pull as something like my Bursa BP9cc, which has a 3.5 pound trigger. It's just a little different. Also, you can see that when it's not racked like these, the trigger sits back. I'm sorry, that's not a good. Right here. You see on a regular Glock, that trigger looks depressed unless you rack the slide or chamber around in it. This right here always sits forward. So when you are shooting it, you realize that trigger kicks back so fast and is ready to go for the next round. And it's similar design to this trigger right here, which is the Timney Alpha trigger. As you can see, that is sitting forward as well. And honestly, I like it better, and it's half the price. I think the Timney Alpha trigger is like $200, maybe a little more than that. Whereas my Glock Performance trigger, I got it the first day it came out, was $100. So if you're going to spend any money on your Glock, or if you don't like your Glock trigger, this is the way to go. But once again, it's only for Gen 5s. Thanks for watching.